Hey there, it's Jeannie here. This is video 3 in the 3-part series I've put together for you to help you think about some of the key mistakes that hold bookkeepers back and how to avoid them or course correct if you are making them. Now, wherever you're watching this, you can comment or hit reply. Ask me anything. I'm here to help. I'm going to do a quick recap on the first 2 videos. So the first one, mistake in thinking, was thinking this is not a real business. So right at the start, right at the beginning of my journey, thinking being a self-employed bookkeeper wasn't a real business, so I didn't need to do all the real businessy things. Mistake, but So what you need to do, correction, working business model. And this is the working business model that you see here, which is the blueprint. So you know that one, you can go back and watch that one as well. Number 2 was a mistake in strategy, which flowed on from that. So the next mistake was thinking that because I didn't think I needed all the businessy things, it was thinking, well, all I really need is to be technically skilled, find clients, fill up my books and hire staff. These are like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle that don't give you the whole picture. This is the whole jigsaw puzzle. So course correcting, what you need is a working business model, the blueprint. Pretty simple working business model, okay? It is simple. It is logical. It's just that simple doesn't necessarily mean easy, okay? Flowing on from that, the big mistake, which can be a small shift that is transformational, and I'm going to use a story again to outline this. So this is a mistake in a lack of value proposition and competitive advantage. We often say, oh, I wish my clients would value me. This is very common in the industry. And you know that competitive advantage is simply you need to be able to compete with other bookkeepers. So why am I going to choose you? Most bookkeepers think their technical ability, their bookkeeping skill is their value proposition, but it's not. Your ability to do the work is important, but you need to stand out, not blend in, okay? So your value proposition and competitive advantage are what make people choose you over competitors. It's what makes you stand out from the crowd and win work irrespective of price. This is something that I have worked very, 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 very hard on. And it's an area globally that I really shine in. It's one of the hardest things to get right in your bookkeeping practice. Now, your value proposition. So if we look at that and say, okay, well, telling everyone how technically skilled I am or believing that'll be valued, if I know that that's the mistake and that doesn't make me competitive or valuable, what does, Jeannie? So let's come down here. Well, here's the little shift. Your value and being competitive is not in the feature, which is the bookkeeping. I want you to think of that like a long haul flight. As I record this video, I'm about to go to Japan and I would rather not have to spend 8 or 9 hours on that flight. That's what the bookkeeping is, but I'll do it and I'll pay for it to get to the benefit of that flight, which is taking me to Japan, all the things, a cultural experience, time with the family, all this kind of stuff, right? So your value and competitive advantage is in the slightest shift over from the benefit of bookkeeping rather than the bookkeeping itself. And I'm sure you can rattle off 10, 15, 20, 30 benefits of bookkeeping. Now, you would showcase that competitive advantage and value proposition through your brand assets. So specifically when you come over to the bookkeeping practice blueprint, which once again is the working business model, you're going to showcase the benefit of what you do and other things that stack your value that I talk about in my books. For example, your profile, your results-based marketing, your unique selling proposition, all these other things are going to be showcased in your brand, your brochure, social media, website, video sales letter primarily. Okay, so those key simple brand assets. Again, simple doesn't necessarily mean easy. Now, there are many stories I could use to illustrate going from mistake to dream outcome. Just very briefly, I'll mention Marianne because she's featured in my podcast. Just look out for the podcast with Marianne's name in it. But Marianne went from making all these mistakes, okay, and focusing on finding new clients, etc., to learning and understanding the value proposition and the competitive advantage. She did exactly the correction that I showed you. She built out her brand, her brochure, social media, website, video, sales letter. And what happened? What was her dream outcome? Marianne spent 20 years and she really ended up overworked and underpaid. So 20 years and hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to move from booked but broken, working weekends, working long hours, profitability low. So when she installed this with her legacy clients, she doubled all her pricing without losing any of them. They turned into raving fans. You'll hear this in the podcast. She added $150,000 more profit to her business. She stopped working weekends. She started taking more time off during the week. She was able to build a pipeline. She was able to attract a whole pipeline of new clients as well. She was able to attract and convert ideal clients irrespective of price. So as you heard, she doubled and more all of her fees and was able to more easily onboard people thanks to learning, building and implementing the value proposition and competitive advantage. I know this one can be a big subject. You can watch this video again. What I want to connect to now is something really cool that I've got coming up that I would love for you to come along to. Okay, so that is the blueprint path: start, grow, fix, and scale. So we've gone into these 3 problems. And as I say, this last one is a big juicy one. The 5-part training series that I'm running, I would love to help you further. You can come along live or you can watch the recordings. If you come along live, you do get the chance to win $5,000 in strategy with me, but you'll also be able to get live coaching if you would like it during this live session. But if you can't attend, we can give you videos as well. Now, one thing I want to mention with regard to all these problems and this last one and what we'll be diving into soon is 3 parts to making it work. Once again, keeping it simple. Simple doesn't mean easy. So I've shown you the blueprint. We know that you need that. And in the blueprint path, we're diving into that. I also want to dive into the 5 big keys. Look simple, they are simple, but I can tell you right now, these 5 big keys drive our success every single day and your archetype. Okay, so we'll drop a link to this quiz in as well. Discovering your archetype and then combining it with the 5 big keys and the blueprint will absolutely be exactly what you need to start, grow, fix, and scale, just like I did, just like Marianne did, just like many bookkeepers are doing. I am immensely proud of the results that I'm getting with bookkeepers globally, and I would love to help you as well. This is entirely possible. If others have done it, you can too. And so I hope to see you at the upcoming 5-step training series.